Hi guys. So today we're looking at your personal finance, how to manage your personal finance in such a way that it will lead you to becoming a billionaire. Right? I'll give you strategies on how to go from zero to becoming a billionaire. So I've done a video on how to invest, right? That also explains the same strategy. But now we're bringing it home and looking in detail what do you need to do on a daily basis. So, one, budget. As soon as you get your income, you need to budget. So basically, step one is get a job or any sort of employment where you can get income. You need money. Doesn't matter how much is it, you need money. Number two, stay away from credit, right? I'll show you how to stay away from credit. You stay away from credit by throwing out a budget, right? So, how should your budget be like? Now, here's the thing, write down your income, divide that by two, take half your income, doesn't matter how much it is, and invest it. I'll tell you where to invest it. And then live on half your income. So, which means when you draw out your budget, you should throw it out using half your income, right? Now, uh, in that way, you will stay away from credit. Remember, I told you that I'll get back to the credit part. You will stay away from credit because you already have half of your income invested. So, anytime you run into trouble, you can use that. However, it's not going to be frequent because in the money, in the 50% that it's in your budget, you should include emergency fund in that 50%. Does that make sense? So let's talk about the budget. So half, so basically the idea is you live on half of your salary and then you invest half. So living on half of your salary sometimes is not enough. So how do you solve that problem? Right? One, you can increase your income. How do you increase your income? Study. Make sure that you are always studying. So in that 50% that you live with, register for a course, right? Find a cheap course that you can register and do and put on your CV. Every day after you knock off from work, apply for jobs with higher income because you keep on studying, right? Your CV keeps on changing every year, right? So which means you're at a better position to apply for higher paying jobs every time. So apply every day. People don't apply every day, let me tell you. So you cannot increase your income if you don't apply every day, right? If you don't want to leave your company, still continue applying. And when you get a better offer, take it to your company and tell them that, you know what, I have a better offer, but I don't want to leave you. So can you please match this offer or increase what you're giving me? Does that make sense? It gives you power to negotiate. So that's how you increase your income. It's very easy. Study and apply every day. Now, with the 50% that you invest, where do you invest it? In a 5 year fixed account. You go to your bank, you ask them for a 5 year fixed account. They will give you a return of 10% every year. That 10%, you cannot get it anywhere else. You cannot get it with commodities, you cannot get it with gold and silver, you cannot get it with stocks, you cannot get it with forex, you cannot get it with crypto, you cannot get it with um, any other thing, right? The reason why you cannot even get it with index funds, the reason why, it's because uh, all these volatile investments that I've explained, yes, they do go up, and sometimes they even pass 10%, but they also go down. You can lose your money, and most people have lost their money. 90% of the people have lost their money instead of making money. So why would you risk losing your money whereas you can get 10% in at your bank? And remember, as Warren Buffett explained, index funds can give you 10% per year, and that has been proven that it's better than stocks or any other volatile investments. And still, index funds can still go down. So, which means the most that you can ever get investing in volatile vehicles is that 10% with the risk of it going down. Now, at the bank, you get 10% without the risk of it going down. Does that make sense? So, if you are struggling with this investment part, check my video on investments. Uh, if you don't believe and you want to try it out, I won't disagree with you there. I won't say no because I have tried out volatile investments like stock, crypto, and whatnot. A lot of people have tried them out. 90% of the people have failed. You can also try it out, fail. The easiest way to learn life, remember, is to learn the hard way, and we learn from failure. After you fail, this video will still be here. Then you apply these principles, and then you will be a billionaire. Huh? Now, the reason why people try volatile investments is because they want to be rich quick. Because this strategy that I'm explaining is going to make you a millionaire in 10 years and it's going to make you a billionaire in 20 years. So people don't want to wait 20 years. Huh? But then what they don't understand it is that without the strategy, they won't get anywhere. But that's fine. Try and then you'll get this video. It's not going anywhere. Anyways, now let's get to savings. Yeah. So of that 50% that you wrote down, calculate 10%, right? That's basically taking that money and multiplying it by 0.01, if I'm not mistaken. Huh? No, that's taking that money and multiplying it by 0.1. It will give you 10%. That 10% goes into savings. That savings is what we call an emergency fund, which means if something that you didn't plan for during the month happens, you use that 10%. Right? A lot of things you're gonna plan for. You're gonna plan for your electricity bill, you're gonna plan for your grocery money, you're gonna plan for your data money, you're gonna plan for petrol money. Oh no, you're not gonna buy a car and the house yet because remember you're living on 50%, and chances are your 50% is not gonna afford a house or a car. So those you will leave for later, right? So that's one thing that I skipped. For you to be able to live on 50% of your salary, don't buy a car and a house because those are your two most expensive expenses. So don't buy those so that you can be able to live on 50% of your salary. You will buy them later when you can afford them. Now you don't afford them. If you're taking them using debt, you don't afford them. Now, savings. Take 10% of that 50% and then that's for emergency funds. Debt. Don't get into debt. Debt is only for assets. I'll explain. Or for business. Business is also an asset because it brings money in. But don't open a business. That's another thing. But let's talk about debt. Here's what you do. You go to the same bank. You ask for a mortgage, right? A mortgage, a bond, so that you can buy property. Then you go buy property. But you don't live in that property. You rent out that property so that it can give you monthly income. With monthly rental income, you pay down your bond, right? You don't want to pay down your bond using your income because you're living on 50% of your income. You cannot afford it. You use your monthly rental income to pay down your bond, right? And then after 5 years, you're gonna sell that property, and and then you profit from it appreciating, right? Then, which means after 5 years, when your fixed investment account from the bank comes out, it will come out with the compounded interest, it would have matured. And when you and after that 5 years, you sell that property, that rental property that you would have been renting, right? That should put you close to a million, if not a million, right? You will profit from those two investments, property, rental property, and fixed 5 year investment account. After you liquidate them after 5 years, they will give you around a million. You repeat the same thing, the same strategy for another 5 years. Now you have 2 million, right? So in 10 years, you have 2 million. You're a millionaire. Then I'll explain how do you get to a billion. Now, investments. I explained which is investments you should do. 5 year fixed accounts and rental income, right? Rental income. And then insurance. Get all the necessary insurance. Actually, you know what? Don't get any insurance because you didn't buy a house, you didn't buy a car, right? So you don't need any of those. If something happens, you can get a medical health insurance, right? But any other thing, because insurance just waste your money if you're not using it. You get what I'm saying? And in this case, with the strategy that I explained, you are not going to be using much of it, isn't it? So just get health insurance here, and then you're sorted. Um, Mortgage. Now, mortgage I've already explained. You don't touch that. You only get a mortgage for rental property, right? Now, let's get to so now it's after 10 years you have 2 million. Let's get to how you get to a billion, right? I promised you that you can get to a billion by in 20 years. Huh? So you repeat the same strategy of rental property again, and 5 year investments account for the third 5 years, which will now put you on 15 years. But now because you have 2 million, right? Uh, you will after after the third 5 years, which is 15 years, you will have 4 million, right? Then on the fourth 5 years, which means in the last 5 years leading to your 20 years track, take a few millions, take 2 millions, and then buy a company. Then grow that company to make you a billion, right? Just like Elon Musk did. Elon Musk bought Tesla, just like Warren Buffett did. Warren Buffett didn't build a company; he just bought. People say he invested. You can put it like that because he bought shares. But what he didn't do is that he didn't trade. He bought shares and then he managed his companies. He grew his companies to become a billionaire. Huh? Bill Gates grew his company. He started it and he grew it. Jeff Bezos, he started his company and he grew it. So it's either you start a company or you buy a company. Now you're gonna buy a company for 2 million. Choose any company that you can grow to a billion in 5 years. Buy it for 2 million and then grow it to be a multi-billion dollar company. Then you will be a billionaire. If you don't know how to grow a company, don't worry, I got you covered. I already have books that explains that, but I'll also make videos for because we don't have time to read it these days, right? However, if you have time to read, just go to Amazon, you'll get my books. Anyways, I'll make videos on how to grow a company. Then with those, we can grow a company, any company, to be a billion dollar company in 5 years. For now, let's start from zero. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. The investment part, if you still don't understand it, there is a video on how to invest. Find that video and it will sort you out.